Hello, this is Think Big for Africa podcast. My name is Ekene Banye, your host. Today I have a lovely young man. Yeah, he's a young man, a friend here in Nigeria. Uh, he's of Indian heritage, but he has been living in Nigeria for almost 20 years. He's a medical entrepreneur, and that's why I have him here because he's trying to do something interesting in Nigeria in the medical space. His name is Sudhir Rathore. Sadiq, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you, Mr. Ekene.
See, I apologize if I mispronounced your name.
It's absolutely fine.
Okay,
you did good.
Very good, very good, very good.
Yeah.
So tell my audience exactly who you are and what you do.
Right. Thank you for inviting me on this podcast, Mr. Ekene. And I will be happy to tell about myself, my company, what we are doing in Nigeria since last 19 years, and how we want to change the things we intend to in healthcare system delivery in Nigeria.
Okay.
So my name is Sudhir Rathore, and I'm a father of two kids. I've been in Nigeria for last 19 plus years, and we have a company which we have started 2 years back during the pandemic by the name of SURJEN Healthcare. And you can browse it online by the name of surgeon.com. So what we do is that we connect the patients to various healthcare facilities, whether it is surgeries, whether it is blood sample collections, whether it is some other resources they want to have from the comfort of their home. So they can browse our website, they can do a call to our call center, we'll connect them to the hospitals, the doctors, the laboratories. And in cases wherein the sample has to be picked up, blood sample, or these days a lot of COVID samples are being done. So we go to their houses and collect the samples. So in a nutshell, we are doing these things.
Interesting. See, in Nigeria, in Africa, not only in Nigeria, healthcare is a very big deal. In fact, all over the world, healthcare is a big deal. You know, right. So it's a big sector of the economy that is necessary that we get it right. You know, and so far, it seems we are not getting it right the way we should. So I'm happy to see people like you trying to do something to improve it. Okay, so as long as human beings live, food and healthcare, like I said, is a big vital part of human living. Okay, it will be needed for as long as human beings live. So how did you get into healthcare itself? Okay, and in particular in Nigeria?
Right. So what happened when I came to Nigeria first time, that was 2003, 18th of April. And I was working with one company which was into the retail. It was one of the fastest growing supermarket chains in Africa. But when I worked there for 2 years, somehow my studies and my graduation was from the biology background. And I had a special inclination towards medicine and all that. And then an opportunity came to me wherein an American company was incubated inside the Science and Technology Center of Nigeria. They call it as NUCRED, Ashada Science and Technology Center. And what they were doing is that they were researching on the sickle cell disease. And sickle cell disease is predominant in Nigeria. We have around 4 million patients suffering from sickle cell disease only in Nigeria. And there are 12 million people who carry the genes. So that is the data which we had through our research, got around 2005.
Okay.
And somehow this company's chairman interacted with me, and then I got in touch with him. He was a scientist from America, and then had some patents on his name. I got impressed through his personality, and he told me, Sudhir, if you want to come and join us, please do that, and do visit our facility. So I went all the way from Abuja to Gokalada, which is like 100 kilometers. I saw what they are doing, and I was really impressed with their work. It was more of a research work. The facility was not very huge, but the quality work was being done there. So I said, okay, fine. I already have an inclination towards science, and this is an opportunity. I have to hop onto this thing, and I did that one. And then the journey started into the healthcare. So I worked there for 2 years. I went back to India, got married, and came back to Nigeria again in 2010. By the time this company had already launched the product, His Excellency President Obasanjo came to launch the product. So it was a high-profile product for the masses and all that. I was the project manager for that product. From 2010, when I came back to Nigeria, I was appointed as a country manager for Fortis Healthcare. Fortis Healthcare was like a big hospital chain from India. It has around 75 hospitals under its name and around 9,000 plus bed capacity. So they are major into healthcare services. And my job was to come here and develop their name, brand name here, and look at the medical tourism business, wherein the patients travel from Nigeria to India for their various treatments. They actually call it medical tourism, but we literally changed the name to from medical tourism to medical value travel, because for Nigerians it was not a tourism kind of a thing. They were going for treatments which were not available here. So it was more of a value. And then it was a need-based surgeries and all that. So I worked there for 2 years, and then I thought, let me have some sort of an experience within the hospital setup, wherein I see what actually is happening. So there's a hospital in Abuja by the name of Primus Hospital, and so they approached me, and then I joined them. That was as a vice president, business development and operations.
Okay.
So I worked there for a year or so, and then after that, there's a company from Dubai by the name of Aster Healthcare. That is also a very large company with a lot of hospitals under their name in Middle Eastern region and in India. So they also appointed me as their country manager. So I worked with them for a couple of years. And then in 2016, I thought, it is very important because by the time I had an experience of 6+ years in healthcare delivery system, what I was doing is sending the patients to India and all that. And I saw that why this is wrong. And the wrong was like the patients were going from here to India. Yes, the quality of healthcare is very good. They were getting the value, but the traveling itself is a challenge for them, getting the visa, spending money on the transportation. And then when the patient go from here to India, a lot of challenges, the temperature, either it is too cold or too hot, food issues, weather issues, you are all alone there without your family members, a lot of challenging situations for. So the patients were kind of, thanking us for what we were doing. But at the end of the day, there were some things which they were always telling us that this is not, what we wanted. And they always tell us that what if these kind of things can be available in Nigeria? Yes. And then this idea clicked to us, and then we said that, okay, fine, why can't we do these things in Nigeria? So we started a program with one of the local hospitals in Nigeria, and we started doing open heart surgeries for pediatric and adults, so like small children, 2 months, 2 years, and the adult cases. And then we started doing the spine surgery, we started doing the brain surgeries. So how did we do that? We brought the team of doctors from India.
Okay.
We got them registered in Nigeria, and then before we brought them, we had all these patients registered with us, and then ready. And the local hospital has matured them for the surgery and prepared them for the surgery. And then once the team of doctors come, they will do all the surgeries. And thank God, they were very, very successful surgeries, and that included kidney transplants and other major surgeries as well. And we thought that this is a model which we should actually do rather than sending the patient. And that was the time when we have stopped sending the patients to India and
Interesting.
started bringing more doctors. And then we have also explored other opportunities like how we can, partner with the Nigerian doctors who are working in particular hospitals. They should also be going around and working, giving their services in other hospitals also.
Yeah.
So assuming a high profile surgeon is working in Lagos, and if he's required in Abuja or in Kano, he should be able to fly in
Very
and do
good.
the surgeries. So we have partnered with these doctors also, and then we have brought in these doctors and did those surgeries as well. So it was going very smooth until the pandemic stuck. So once the pandemic came in 2020 February, the flights were not operational between India and Nigeria, and that was like for a couple of months.
Yeah.
So what we did is that we said, okay, fine, and then most of these programs went for a standstill because we did not have a chance to bring those doctors. Even the local movement was restricted. You know how it was happening around the world. So nobody to be blamed, but this is how the situation was.
Yeah.
And then we were sitting at home and thinking what to go ahead, how to go about it. And we had a team which was working with us. So we thought, let us start with something like an online thing wherein we can, consult that. If we are not able to do the surgery, that is fine. But there are certain things which we can always do.
Yeah.
And we started this thing, the surgeon.com thing. And then we got a lot of patients. Like till now, we have kind of attended or helped or served 7,000 plus patients and customers, in last 1.5 years. And now we are going to start another vertical, which we are saying is that surgeon light. So it's an asset light model. And we are going to do the same surgeries which we were doing before the pandemic. Now everything is open, people can travel and all that. So we are building the teams. We are partnering with various hospitals. That time we were doing with 1 or 2 hospitals, but now we will be doing around 10 to 15 hospitals across Nigeria. That includes Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Enugu, Port Harcourt, and all those places, the key places. And I'm sure that if we are successful in our objectives, then the patient doesn't have to travel, and Nigeria doesn't have to lose, the forex, because Nigeria is really struggling with the forex.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think our objectives are clear, and we are moving steadily towards our objectives.
Wow, Sudhir, I tell you, what you are doing is providing needed services, okay, to patients, as well as, like you said, saving Nigeria economy, the forex.
Right.
And that's great. That's huge, Now, see, healthcare, like I said, is key, okay? And one of the main points in healthcare is diagnosis of ailments. Okay, so before you schedule your patients for surgery, at least there's need to diagnose and do the preparatory work to get them to the place for them to even need surgery. Okay, so what particular services do you do apart? I don't know if you also do anything before the surgeries and all that. What particular services do you provide, and how affordable are these services?
Right. That's a very good question, because when we are talking about healthcare, and we were sending the patients to India and Egypt and Dubai, the cost was something which only a few people can pay.
Yes.
But one of the thought process was like, when we are bringing the doctors here, are we going to be able to do the justice with the costing? And that was the whole idea. So making a batch of a couple of patients and bringing one or two doctors from India and doing the surgery was much more economical for the patient and for the hospital and for us also, because the cost of the transport was not there.
Yeah.
From here, the patient, assuming that the 5 patients are traveling, each of them are paying $1,000 or $1,500. So 5 patients multiplied by 2,000 is $10,000. While the 2 doctors are coming is $2,000.
Yeah.
So you can imagine that, and then the cost of other services in the hospital, because those are 5-star hospitals and they are like premium services and all that, they cost a lot of money. But here in Nigeria, we were able to reduce those costs because we were only doing the necessary work.
Yeah.
Okay. So the cost was taken care of. We were doing a cost of around 60 to 70% as compared to the Indian cost, leaving that transport cost alone. So it was a far more better choice for the patients. So that was one.
Yes.
The second is regarding the investigation. Yes, there was some investigation for which we have to send the samples to other countries. But thank God in last couple of years, like in last 3-4 years, those tests are being done in Nigeria.
Very
the only
good.
thing is that the patient doesn't know where these tests are done, or some of the hospital doesn't know, wherein we come in, wherein we know that if there's a lab in Lagos doing a HLA testing or doing a genetic profiling and all that, we can like connect them. So that is what is our one of the major focus areas. When the patient comes to us and says that, okay, we don't know where this is done, we want to do it. Okay. And then we have really good connections with the labs and the hospital, wherein we get some sort of a bulk discount from them.
Okay.
So assuming that we are getting a bulk discount of 30% on their retail cost. So we pass it on around 20% to the customer.
Yes.
Okay. So that helps the customer that they always pay. If they go through our website or through our system, they will always pay less than the retail price of the hospitals of the day. Always.
Yes. Interesting.
So for them, it is always economical as compared to the market.
Good. See, I'm happy that what you're doing is providing value for customers at a reasonable price. Okay. I'm hoping that later in a few years, more people, your business can grow, can expand, and other people can get into this space, because a country of 200 million people, they need more than you. Okay, they need maybe 100 of you or your company. Okay,
absolutely.
So there's a big market. There's a big market, and you guys can do something. See, a big concern for me in healthcare is accountability of hospitals, doctors, and other healthcare providers. Okay. I lost my uncle, for example, who died in a painful death, okay, after the mistakes of doctors during one of his surgeries. Okay. He lived maybe for 5 years in pain. Okay. And there are so many other families who have had similar stories. Okay. So how does your company ensure that the best quality of care is provided throughout the process? And how do you guys hold yourselves accountable when something goes awry?
Right. So thank you for asking this question. This is a very pertinent question, wherein Nigeria or Africa has seen a lot of issues regarding this thing. And unfortunately, the people are not that educated wherein they can get to know what went wrong with them.
Yes.
And the healthcare facilities maybe like, because of their fault or whatever, can get away with that. Which is not happening in the case of Western world, wherein people, the patients can easily sue, and then the healthcare facilities are brought to justice.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, things are becoming now better as compared to before. Like 10 years back, things were different. I have seen people dying because they took the patient to the hospital and there was no oxygen. They did very simple minor surgery, and then the infection, because of the infection, the patient died and all.
Yeah.
Things are improving. This is something like it's a it's a it's a full comprehensive industry, across the industry issue. And for us, what we are doing in this thing is that when we onboard the doctors or when we onboard the hospitals or the laboratory, we do our own auditing, and the auditing is done by professional people. So assuming that we are onboarding a laboratory, we go to their laboratories and see if their equipments are calibrated regularly, their certificates are current, issued by the Medical Laboratories Science Council, and with the FCDA or with the GOS regulatory authorities or whatever. Similarly, in the hospital, when we are referring to the patients to the hospital, we want to see who's the doctor, what is the profile of the doctor, where he was educated, how many surgeries he has done in the past, what is the success rate. Everything we do in detail, and then we also see their ICUs, we see their operation theaters, we audit them and see if their equipments are working and all that. So we don't come across any crisis. In last like 6 years, we haven't come across a crisis when the things were not available. And most of our surgeries are not like, see, there are surgeries which are emergency surgeries. Like a bypass surgery is an emergency surgery. A cardiac bypass is an emergency surgery. A neurosurgery can be a trauma surgery, can be an accident, can be an emergency surgery. So right now, we are not handling those emergency surgeries. We are only handling the elective surgeries.
Planned surgeries.
Surgeries. So we when I said in the previous question that we mature the patient, we prepare the patient. The preparation of the patient is such that all the test has been done. We see their cardiac profile before undergoing the surgery. We see their blood profile. Everything has to be good. There should not be any infection. There should not be. I mean, the whole idea is that the patient undergoing the surgery should be fit to undergo the surgery.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is what we are doing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, medicine, healthcare, no matter what, okay, no matter how thorough your work is, how thorough the doctors are, mistakes will happen. Okay, it's inevitable. Okay, it's inevitable. But the important thing is that your process is done to ensure that as much as possible it doesn't happen, and whenever it happens, the lessons will be learned. Okay, it will be unfortunate if what goes wrong happens to me, but that's life. Okay, everything in life is a risk. Okay, as long as the process is audited and is as safe as possible, then that's what we want. Good.
Absolutely.
Good. So see, like I said before, Nigeria is a country of 200 million people. The opportunity for growth in the healthcare sector is massive. Okay, so in your view, how big is the opportunity in Nigerian healthcare sector?
Okay, so there used to be one kind of report which shows that a couple of years back, it is no more available on WHO website, wherein they said that among 190 countries, Nigeria is ranked at 187. So people may see it at a different angle, but I see it as a big opportunity. That is one thing. Then the other figure, which is a current figure, that every 10th one doctor is available for 10,000 Nigerians.
Yeah, so that's bad.
That's very bad. Okay, you need 10 times to that. At least minimum is 1,000, one doctor per 1,000 people. chemical.
Yes.
So you need 10 times to what we are doing right
Yes.
now. Then every year, 2,000, 2,500 good quality doctors migrate abroad. We
Yes.
need to address, the government has to address that. And not only the government, we can't leave everything to the government. We as healthcare facilities, private healthcare facilities, has to create opportunities for the doctors to be practicing here, learning here, delivering the services here. I have friends who were Nigerians who got, who were regular doctors who went to India, got trained. And when I call them, they say, oh, I'm in Saudi Arabia or I'm in Canada. And I said that, man, you went to learn some good things so that you can deliver those services to the people here. And then you choose to go abroad. But I don't blame them also, because everybody wants a good life. Everybody wants secure future for their family.
Yes.
And then, so instead of blaming the doctors or the anything, we need to create an infrastructure and a conducive environment where they stays there.
Yes.
That is a very important thing. India faced this situation 30, 40 years back, but fortunately, the way private healthcare has boomed in India, and the banks and the government has subsidized certain things for them to bring the equipments, for them to take the land, build the hospitals, and free of the cost land, and then money was coming from the banks at a far more cheaper cost. That has really, boosted the healthcare system in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And what happened in India? And then what happened is that those doctors who were in USA, Canada, or UK, especially the surgeons, they thought, yeah, we have better opportunities to do in India. Both first is that your country is calling you back. That is one thing. You can be with your family and your society. And the second was that, can you make that kind of money in India? Yes. And these doctors said that we can make double to what we are making in America.
Yes.
So that was like because of the system,
Yeah.
So because in the USA, or I think even in NHS, you have particular hours you can work. You can't work beyond that. But in India, they do not have that limit, which is good for a country like India, because we have a lot of people. And the doctors, if they want to work, nobody should stop them. So they were doing a lot of surgeries. They were making double to triple to what they were doing there. So that way they were benefited, and they choose to come back. You can't bring them back only on the basis of emotions. You have to give them an environment which has safety, security, finances, and everything else.
That's true. That's true. See, I studied biochemistry, and I have a lot of friends who are doctors, a lot. Unfortunately, many of my friends, doctors, in school, they don't work in Nigeria. Most of them are outside. Okay. And here in the UK, where I live, many of the very good doctors and surgeons are Nigerians and Indians. In fact, the NHS lives on the work of doctors from India and Nigeria and other African countries. So
Absolutely.
See, and the same thing in Canada, in the US. Okay. So for us to get the doctors, doctors to come back in Nigeria, and even new doctors who are trained to stay in Nigeria, they need to be the conducive environment. That's why last year, when the Saudi Arabia government was recruiting doctors, and I saw Minister for Works and whatever on TV saying that they can go. I was disappointed, because we need to find ways to retain our doctors. Like you said, right now we have one doctor for 10,000 Nigerians. It should be 10 times that.
It should be 10 times to that. And one more important thing is that I don't know why the government is not helping the industry in a way that, see, the cost of capital in Nigeria from the banks is around 22% to 27, 28%. That itself is a killer. Let me be very frank on that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Now, because of the pandemic, yes, they have started this COVID intervention fund, and then they have given the loans to the healthcare facility at the rate of 9%. But that you don't have to wait for the pandemic. You could have done it before. I think they can do something like 4%, 3%, 5%. If you give a loan of 5%, give a loan of 100 million naira, 200 million naira, and let these facilities grow. Because if the facilities grow, if they deliver the healthcare services to the Nigerians, they save a lot of money for Nigerians.
Yeah.
So you have to look at it that the government is investing that money, not spending that money. They just look at it. And I think the CBN has done a great job in bringing that, COVID interventional fund, and a lot of hospitals have got benefited, but it should continue, and it should be they should do even more than
more. That. Yeah. Very right. Very right. Unfortunately, I don't even want to get into it because I have so many things that would say that many people will not like, but I'm not very impressed about the way our health sector has been for a long time. See, for me, why I'm passionate about this is that I had my health issue 10 years ago. Okay. And I believe if I was in Nigeria when it happened, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. I would have been dead. Okay. Wow. So I take it personal when I talk about healthcare. Okay. And there are so many people who die in Nigeria who could have been saved. Okay. Sure. And the way the system works, the inadequate care is disastrous for our country. Sadiq.
Yeah.
So apart from what are your biggest challenges that you have faced as an entrepreneur in Nigerian healthcare system?
So till now we did not face much challenges, to be very frank.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because maybe you can see me as more of a Nigerian. I spent half of my life in Nigeria.
Yes.
I'm more accustomed to. It's easier for me to reach out to any senior person in the ministry, maybe a governor or a minister, to reach out to him and express my whatever I want to talk to them. Yes, anybody new coming, they may face a lot of challenges. They do not understand how the things work here. The things doesn't work straightway here, which we all know. Okay, we need to know people. We need to have good networking, and thank God I have that one. So for me, no challenges at all, no regulatory challenges at all. They have been guiding us, helping us do whatever we are doing.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yes. The only challenge which I have already told you is that if government of Nigeria wants to help this industry, they should push banks for giving money to this industry. If they do not give that money to this industry, the industry will grow at a very small, like a very snail's pace, because organic growth takes years. Okay.
Yes.
Assuming, because I've seen hospital, my friends are owners of hospitals in Nigeria. They have grown from a small hospital within a rented apartment,
yeah,
to making a hospital and all that. But what if this talent was available with them? They had the team, they had everything. What if that money was given to them earlier? They could have built 10 hospitals out of that in those 10 years, right? No. So I think the only challenge or the resistance for the growth of this industry in Nigeria is the availability of the easy finances. I think anytime you talk to a doctor and I tell them, why don't you take money from the banks? And they say, forget about this thing, Sudhir. If we take the money, we will kill ourselves by just taking the money, because the interest rate is so high that every 3 years we will be paying double to what we are taking from them.
Yeah.
And to grow with that, it is impossible.
Yeah.
Which I understand, because mathematically it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that is the biggest challenge. If the government of Nigeria somehow can push the banks to, at least for the, because it's a humanitarian something, okay,
Yes.
they can give the less than in a single digit loans
Yeah.
to these on a easy terms, okay. Because if you go to the bank and talk to them about the loan, they may be giving you 100 million naira loan and asking for 300 million naira collateral. And you see, they treat everybody as if that this guy is going to run away with our money, and they don't understand that he's not doing a capital project of building houses and selling them or road construction. Or he is doing something which is utmost necessary.
Yeah.
Even if tomorrow a banker falls sick, where will you go? You go to the hospital, right?
Exactly.
So I think the hospital should have some sort of a relaxation, both in terms of the finances availability and also on taxation. They should give free 5-year, 10-year tax-free, something like that, to just to create an environment wherein even the investor, assuming that there is an investor, what happens with the investors here is that they are interested in buying 300 cars, bringing to Nigeria and selling it in 2 years and finish everything, and then make money on top of that. I think this is a short-term objective of any investor, and they should not do it. They should invest that money in the hospital projects, which may bring the money after 5 years, but it will keep on bringing for next 50 years.
Continuously.
For themselves, continuously, for them, for their children, and for everybody.
Yeah.
So that investment environment has to be created by the government, okay, that there they can do it.
Yeah.
So I think this should be a good thing if they can somehow,
Yeah. See, I hear you. I understand that challenge. See, healthcare for me, I live in the UK with the NHS. Now, can we have an NHS style healthcare in Nigeria or other African countries? I say no, even though I like what we have, but I believe that a government and private sector partnership will be better for Africa. Okay. Now, one thing we need is people like you, entrepreneurs. See, so even though you say you haven't had challenges, I can identify one reason why you haven't had big challenges in your current project, because you have been in the system and you have worked from place to place and you have interacted with these people, different people. So when you started this, you knew how to do it and who to connect that will help you with it. Okay. Right. So yeah. Now we need entrepreneurs to come into space. Doctors are practitioners. Okay, they are not entrepreneurs.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a surgeon. He's best at cutting people up. So he's not the right person to build a hospital. Okay, he's the right person to work in the hospital as a practitioner. Okay, but we need more people like you who actually will build the foundation of the hospital, get the right people into it to run it. So we need more entrepreneurs like yourself to come into the space. And healthcare is a big deal. Okay, so we need more entrepreneurs in that space.
Thank you, Mr. Ekene. The one thing which you said is that you do not believe that the model of NHS can be implemented, and I'm fully with you for that comment, because how many people pay taxes in UK?
Yeah,
that's everybody. And what is the tax they pay? 40%, 35%, whatever. I don't know exactly how much, but they pay high taxes. How many people pay taxes in Nigeria?
Yeah,
we all know. 1% maybe or 2%. Okay?
Yeah,
you cannot tax. Yeah, if you start taxing people and build free system like NHS, forget about it. It will never happen. This Nigeria needs a system wherein, and you cannot depend on the government also, because if you say that, okay, build 500 bed or 1,000 bed hospitals, and then people will go and get the free treatment in university teaching hospital or district hospital, and this is also not possible, because you cannot expect that kind of money coming from Nigeria. Nigerian government. Okay, they are already trying to
stretch.
survive. They are trying to pay the salaries. Forget about the growth of this thing, bringing new equipment, maintenance of equipment. They have real big challenges. But they don't have to spend money. My understanding of 20 years in Nigeria is that they have to bring the policy for the bankers to bring in the money to the market and let people grow. As you said that, yes, doctors, if your doctors not business oriented, they can't think about this for long. They can't vision it. They can do good surgeries, but the entrepreneurs who are MBAs, who have some kind of experience in this kind of field, can build hospitals wherein a lot of doctors can work. And I don't believe in building a 500 bed hospital, investing $100 million. No, you build a 20 bed hospital with a small money, but you do quality work.
Okay. Very good.
Like you have this national hospital, which is a 300 bed hospital. What are we doing there? Do we do open heart surgery? No, we don't. You do once a while. We don't do regularly. If you have a cardiac arrest, can you take him there and they do immediately a bypass and save the person's life? No, they can't do. With great efforts, they were able to start this trauma center a couple of years back. I think they are doing good, but major surgeries like liver transplant or a kidney transplant or something major neurosurgeries wherein you have to go deep and remove a tumor, a benign tumor, a cancerous tumor. Is this happening in that 300 bed hospital? It is not happening. Why it is not happening? They have to answer themselves, ask the questions and answer them. This should happen. If I have a hospital which is 10 bed hospital, and we can do a cardiac surgery or we can do a neurosurgery and save persons like, I think we have made it.
See, Nigeria has so many states. We can't be building 5,000 bed hospitals in every state. Okay.
Right.
Which I don't know if you can build 100 bed hospital in every local government. Okay. And allow smaller hospitals around the local government. Okay. But well funded, both in terms of doctors, nurses, and other professionals. Okay. And then have special hospitals that handle heart issues, kidney issues, liver issues around the country. Okay.
Right.
Where if somebody needs special treatment, they can be taken there.
Absolutely.
And see, even in the UK, okay, there are not enough special surgery doctors in every hospital. They go around the country. Okay, they go around the country. They schedule the appointment there, and the doctor might live in the north, and then he flies to the south to do one particular or 2 or 3 surgeries in a day, and he goes back to where he's from. So we don't need to have everything in any particular locality, but then we need to have access. Okay, once you have access, then everything is okay. That's it. Yeah,
absolutely.
Good. So see, you have been in Nigeria for 19 years. Okay, and like you have like you've told us, you have done so many things, so many different things. Okay. So what advice would you give young Nigerians and Africans? Okay. Because what you are doing, even though it's a personal project, okay, but you are providing value to the community. Okay. So what advice would you have for young Nigerians, young Africans, for them to contribute their quota to develop their communities?
So this is a very important question for the future of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a mass migration happening from here to Canada, to UK, to Saudi, to America. The first opportunity youngsters see, they can't resist it, they go. But yes, I think this can be changed with the adoption of technology, because technology doesn't need a lot of money. All technology needs is one laptop and your interest. That's all you need. I'm telling you, my son is 12 years old. He is working on blockchain technology. What else you want? If I tell him to become an engineer or doctor, it will take years for him to become, right? Yeah. So Nigeria can take benefit from that. I understand everybody doesn't have that money, but I think they can. And a lot of young Nigerians I meet in Lagos. Lagos is, thank God, it has become the hub of startups throughout the Africa. It has attracted more investment than any other country.
Yeah.
A lot of startups have become billion-dollar companies within few years. Thank God, everything is happening fine. This technology will take Nigeria and Nigerians to the next level.
Yeah.
They should adopt technology, and the government should also be ready to adopt this technology. So I think Nigerians, instead of going to America and looking for some kind of job, let them learn some 2-3 different courses in technology and let them build softwares for Americans sitting in Nigeria.
Yes.
I think this will change.
Oh,
this is what we have done Indians 30 years back.
Exactly. That's exactly what India did. Okay. Yes. Now Indians are I would say they're the most powerful people in tech.
Yeah, you can see them now.
Yeah. Indians are the most powerful people in tech. And it started by Indians in India learning these things, doing this in India. Right. And today, Google, Microsoft, all these big tech companies have CEOs from India.
Yeah. So, and I'm telling you, these youngsters, Nigerian youngsters, I have interacted with a lot of them. They have a good energy levels, and they want to do it. They want to work hard. They want to work in nights and all that. And I think everything is available for them to be there. The only thought process that they have to live is to go from here. The moment they go from here, they do not contribute anything to Nigeria. They contribute everything to the country where they are going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you are sitting on if you are a freelancer and you are providing your services through Fiverr or freelancer.com, whatever money, even if you have done small work for anybody and you got that $100, that $100 has come to Nigeria.
Yes.
It will be spent in Nigeria. You are building the economy, you are helping yourself, you are helping everybody else, right?
Yeah.
And I have a team of 50-60 people working with me, all Nigerians, 100% Nigerians. I do not have any other countrymen. So one of the guy is going to Turkey, and he was one of my favorite guys for PhD. And I told his name is Peter, and I said he belongs to a good family. I said, Peter, you stay there. I'm telling you, I challenge you, you stay there. You finish your PhD, you come back. Whatever you do, you want to get into the government, politics, anything, entrepreneurship, whatever you do, you come back. For God's sake, you come back to Nigeria, because your father is spending money for you to go there, spend money and understand how things happen abroad.
Yeah.
And what it needs to do for the country to grow or for the things to grow. So once you learn, you don't just stay there, because you see good life, security. No, come back, make things happen here. Because if you don't do it, who else will do it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. People like me who are in abroad are eager to contribute to Africa's development, and that's why I have this podcast. To be able to contribute to the discussion, okay, and other things around Africa's development. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
See, my last question. We're close to the end. We are close to the end. Now, this is the last question I ask my guests. So I want you to look far, far, far away, just 30 years, and tell me, what is your vision for Africa in the next 30 years? For you, you are in the health sector. So what is your vision for the health sector of Nigeria and Africa in the next 20, 30 years from now?
Thank you for asking me this question, because definitely I have a dream which I want to, accomplish being in Nigeria, especially in the healthcare system. The technology will be here. Nigeria will be Nigeria has its own advantage, and that is English speaking. Okay, everybody speaks English, and technology comes faster to those companies wherein they speak English.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Connected. So I see Nigeria as one of the major hubs for technology, wherein the softwares, the call centers, everything will be here and providing services to the world. That is one important thing which is going to happen. And it will not take 30 years. It will happen in next 10 years. Okay. Especially starting from Lagos.
Yeah.
And it can go to Enugu, Port Harcourt. Of course, Abuja is also becoming apart from political hub, it is also started becoming a commercial hub. In healthcare, I see a lot of growth happening because a lot of hospitals and investment is started coming in. Because this 200 million population, this is an opportunity which investors from abroad are looking at. I am getting every week one or the other call from an investor who are either angel investor or VCs through my LinkedIn profiles and all that. Every week I am having, in every 2 weeks we have a presentation. They want to invest in our company. They want to invest in Nigeria. I know a couple of VCs from abroad who have already invested in health insurance, hospitals, like this Evercare hospital is a 100% foreign investment, right? And it's a very good big hospital with $100 million investment, doing very good. Then Reliance HMO who is invested from abroad. Helium Healthcare is invested from abroad. So all these investments are coming, and these are all technology-driven companies.
Yeah.
So I think technology is one thing which the Nigerian youngsters should hop onto immediately, and then take the Nigeria forward. And I think this is going to happen in next 10 years, not in 30 years.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Sadiq. I'm very grateful for you to come in on the podcast and to tell us what is going on in the private sector area of Nigerian healthcare. Like I said, I believe the best solution for Nigerian healthcare is a public and private partnership in this area. So I'm hoping that the government will do something to build the sector. All right. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Mr. Ekene, for inviting me and giving me a platform wherein I can express my thoughts about the healthcare system delivery in Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.